So Rationale 301 is a phase 3 study evaluating Tislelizumab versus sorafenib, also in the frontline setting of advanced liver cancer. This study was an open label study, a global study, and was powered for non-inferiority. We have seen that single agent PD-1 inhibitors are active in liver cancer. However, they have not been able to improve survival versus sorafenib. But this study did meet its endpoint of non-inferiority with a survival in the treatment arm with Tislelizumab of over 15 months, survival in the sorafenib arm of about 14 months, and a hazard ratio of about 0.86. Now, the upper limit of that confidence interval for the hazard ratio does cross 1, but it is under the non-inferiority threshold of 1.08. So this is a positive study. And just like a few months back, we saw data from the Himalaya study of durvalumab versus sorafenib, the PD-L1 inhibitor, and that also met non-inferiority, seemed very similar. The objective response rates with tislelizumab are as expected with a single-agent PD-1 inhibitor of about 15%, and these drugs are very safe. So collectively, we have 3 phase 3 studies of single-agent PD-1 inhibitors. Initially, Checkmate 459 of Nivo versus sorafenib, which was powered for superiority and did not meet superiority, but had it been a non-inferiority study, probably would have met that endpoint. And then from Himalaya, we have durvalumab single-agent versus sorafenib, which met a non-inferiority endpoint, and now tislelizumab, which also met its non-inferiority endpoint with a very favorable safety profile. So, how do single-agent PD-1 inhibitors fit into our armamentarium? Well, the most active regimen we have right now in liver cancer in the frontline setting is atezolizumab and bevacizumab, based on the IMbrave 150 study. But a subset of patients probably won't be a candidate for that because of potential risks from bevacizumab, such as high-risk bleeding or recent high-grade bleeding event. So for those patients who are otherwise candidates for a PD-1 inhibitor, single-agent tislelizumab may be an option. What's also potentially an option would be durvalumab and tremelimumab, that regimen from the Himalaya study. But what's also still very provocative is that single-agent lenvatinib gave a survival of 19 months, which is longer than what we've seen in any other liver cancer study other than IMbrave 150 in regards to drugs that are approved at this time. So the liver cancer space is rapidly changing for the better for patients, and there's still some data we're waiting to see.